Hi, my gorgeous soul tribe. It's so lovely to spend this time with you. Thank you for joining me. And I've just been reading over some of the comments just before starting, and I just had to share this one that Adele put up. So, hi everyone. I love this community. You're also supportive of one another. I can truly feel the love. And it just actually made me feel a bit teary and emotional, but like in a positive way, because this is such a true statement. And I so appreciate each and every single one of you that come to the lives, that, watch the replays, that share it out, that are just growing this beautiful, I want to say the word celestial community, because I do feel each and every one of you have this like a soul-like quality that sparkles like a star that each of you take into your communities too. So I just want to express my gratitude and love to all of you. And I've just been highlighting comments as well. And there's some really, really interesting questions because I love to try and get to as many as I can. And I don't want anyone to miss out. I do love to pick just like one or two cards at the start. So I've already done that to try and speed things up. I'm just going to play these little tuning forks to start with. So just closing your eyes, and we're just going to let go of anything that we no longer need, which has also come up in the mystical soul readings that we did yesterday. Oh, Nancy, that's so cute. I love that. A million kisses. Oh, thank you, everyone. So let's just start by clearing a little bit, and then I'll read the cards. So just breathing in and hold. Exhaling, releasing all the way out. And just breathing in again. And hold. Exhale, releasing, letting everything go and melt. Breathing all the way in. And hold. Exhale, release, let go. Okay, so the crystal is this beautiful fluoride octahedron. And as we've talked about on other shows, it has this metamorphosis-like quality to it. So shifting from cube back into octahedron. So I was really getting this feeling of like adaptability. And as we said in the mystical oracle reading yesterday, this is about just knowing that we're going to get through this week. So the little affirmation card that I have today is this beautiful Buddha, and it's this: be still. Spirit waits to guide you, but you must be still to hear the message. So I just felt that that was just, perfect, because it went with one of the Beyond Lemuria cards by Izzy Ivy. And with this, we have paradigm shift. So at the moment, we're being prepared, and I'm just hearing the words being welcomed. It's like being prepared to be welcomed. So in this little card, you see that she has this seed, and this is about sort of planting that star or planting that seed. So it says here, an innovative way of existing, new earth energies, inspiring others, fresh air, flying higher than you have before, more expansive perspectives, consciousness shift. So we are in a time of great change, and the speed of our evolution is increasingly exponential. With this advancing of technology and the ability to communicate, more knowledge and more power are available to us as individuals than we've had for centuries. There are also more platforms than we can share, where we can share information. And I thought that was quite funny, considering how we're working with all this together. So we have the ability to connect with tribes who are making a difference, to connect with the web of change where our lights unite and increase. And it's funny because I read this before, but being dyslexic, I don't always absorb it. So it's like I'm hearing it the first time reading it with you guys. So it says, information that was inaccessible, taboo, or shrouded in mystery or initiation, especially in the healing arts, is now available. We can engage in many tools as we build energetic sovereignty and create pockets where we can choose to make big changes in our communities. We can inspire others, connect the dots, and receive and share the knowledge and tools needed for transformation. As we wake up, we can't help but awaken those around us. It may start with an inquiry on what is fresh and new and long-awaited breath in is all about. An expansive being holds this tiny little heart-shaped seedling, where the foundations that we can build or come from and place love over fear. We will see huge changes in our world. We can start within ourselves. So the themes are communication, sharing, wisdom, the breath of life, movement, faith, winged helpers, those beautiful angelic beings, and inspiration and change. Yeah, isn't that card amazing? So I've just been highlighting some of your comments. So I'm going to try and get to as many as I can. And I just want to say thank you for your patience while we're reading a collective message. Just nice for other people that maybe perhaps don't get a chance to have a question answered today. Oh, tuning fork. That they can still have a little something. So we've got the gorgeous Jake. So question, it's my birthday on March the 9th. What do I need to know about this coming year? And happy birthday to you and Corbin. So exciting that you guys have your birthdays in that same period of time. So let's have a look into this. So the words that I'm hearing, it's interesting. I'm seeing that octahedron and I'm hearing the words, it's an unfolding around wealth consciousness is part of the statement that I'm hearing from spirit. The other thing that they're showing me, they're pointing, I'm seeing a 2-finger tap on the heart and this beautiful violet light being activated. And then they're showing me the octahedron or like a diamond light body that's been activated with you. So there's some other kind of spiritual awakening and awareness. You're going to see more of your gifts come online and more about who you are on a soul mission. It's like we're peeling back the layers. So there's going to be like more confidence or come forward is what they're showing me. But I almost feel like it's like been hidden within you all along. It's like this touch that's activating or bringing it into awareness. What I'm seeing is the internal resistance that you may have been feeling or the struggle to understand or words sort of that have been dictated throughout life. That's the words that Spirit's telling me right now. It's like you're able to sort of like overcome them, or you're able to kind of like melt the paths and the bridges that you think that you have to take in order to get from A to Z. So what I'm sort of seeing is like a collapsing of timelines, and I'm seeing your spirit and soul rise up and kind of triumph over the physical and over limitations or over any feeling of inadequacy. So it's almost like a relax and a release and letting the truth of like who you are be birthed forward. That's the message I'm getting overall. I'll flip these cards over and we will have a look into this. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, this has almost got like a very energetic feeling with this. Like I'm actually feeling a very vibrational change. So the first card that we have for you, Jake, is the card of the devil. So I feel that this is all the resistance. This is all the, programming, the stories that we tell ourselves and all these kinds of things. Then we see the Hierophant coming in to the Emperor. So I do feel like this is a really huge year for you with change. I guess Corbin will be able to tell you more about the astrology and everything for you for this year. And happy birthday to you both. And oh, that one. Happy birthday to you both. So yeah, I do feel that this is about you actually becoming more confident and integrating this higher wisdom that you channel and bring in. Look how much more confident and just sort of like grounded in this. And this is also like an expertise type card too. So we know with the Emperor, he resides over multiple kingdoms. He's not just like one king or has like one area of expertise. So yeah, I'm just seeing this beautiful energy for you come up for the rest of the year. And the Lovers card, so deepening of relationship energy between the two of you as well. So this is really beautiful. There's also sort of like a co kind of partnership level. So we might also see that this is weaving into other areas of life, even on perhaps like a business level. There might be like a joint venture for you guys. And we've got Queen of Wands. So this is really beautiful. This is about spiritual information. It's also like becoming a lot more fearless, and it's about knowing and trusting in your faith and your gift and your abilities as well. So the word, if they're to summarize, I'm hearing them say level up, So that's what we're going to be seeing for you with a quick little look into that. And of course, if anyone wants to expand on some of the readings today, and yeah, I agree, Lorianne, you guys are electric. Definitely, let me just pop this up so you know where to go. And most of you do. So over at masonjupiter.com, just looking up my name on there or on the front page, you'll see my bookings. And I definitely recommend the Mystical Oracle reading for when it's question-based. And the potion that I'm drinking today is my beautiful abundance potion. And I have been doing cleansing vibes a lot lately too, but this one is I attract abundance and prosperity with ease. So that is the affirmation to work with that potion. And I don't know if you guys caught this one yesterday, the Mystical Soul reading. I highly recommend it. There was so much advice for just navigating through this very, very intense astrological week. So hopefully, oh, cool. I just saw this. So wow, big year, lots of major arcana. What a beautiful message. Thank you so much, Soul. Excited for this year. I'm excited for you too. And yeah, if I could translate that beautiful feeling, it was just so magnetic and so like a bigger part of your soul coming up, which is awesome. And hello to those of you that are just joining us. If you have questions, please pop them in all caps and I will try and get to as many as I can. So the next question that we have is from the gorgeous Leanne. Thank you, Soul. My precious baby is due any day now, and the hospital is pushing for induction. Is she ready to come before they induce? Thank you for your amazing gifts. Oh, thank you. And I'm just sending you love and prayers and protection. And I'm sure our gorgeous community is as well. Let's have a look and tune in with your beautiful baby girl. So the first thing that I see is like fairy angel wings around her. And I just get this feeling that she's sort of more from like the ethereal realms is what Spirit's being shown to me. So let me just see what cards we have. I'll flip these over. Spirit's just saying to flip them over. So what Spirit is saying around this situation, there may still be like a little bit of fear to work with around this. So sometimes when our bodies aren't ready, I guess, for the birthing process to take place, sometimes we have, old programs or fear or, just maybe this isn't ready or I haven't done that. Sometimes we're not feeling 100% settled. So what I'm seeing here is just to alleviate if there is any fear that you might be holding around it. This Princess of Wands is more letting others sort of dictate what happens. So it might be waiting on advice, I guess, from other people. And of course, none of this is medical advice, just so you know, we're just looking at the cards. But this beautiful Princess of Wands. So with her, she often gets sort of swept off her plan, her path. So I would say even write out like your plan and visualize and even communicate to your beautiful baby. Just hand on your belly, hand on your heart, and just talk to her and just communicate the sort of experience that you would love to have with her. Makiyoto Shishida has written more information around this as well. And yeah, I've heard some really interesting stories about babies being born in miraculous ways and really smooth sailing sort of ways with that kind of work. What we've got is a 4 of Cups with this too. So there's something that we need to look beyond just the physical and make a spiritual connection or a spiritual contact around this situation. And we also have this one. So we can see here, there is a birthing energy trying to take place, but there's still some sort of like fears and old programming and things like that weighing down. So I actually highly recommend there is, Lorianne, you and I are so in sync sometimes, I swear. So Lorianne's just popping up. So I have some great meditations that help you with stress, pain, letting go of old programming. So if you go onto my channel, you will actually find the playlist. Let me just pop this up for you. So if you go into playlist, and it will be under this one here. So there is, I'm just going to pause this so it's not too loud. In here, celestial higher timelines. So you could work with that one, would probably be a good one to work with, or the alchemy one as well. And let's just pop that back down so you guys can see. Other one that I would recommend for hypnotherapy and you can listen to hypnobirthing. You could probably find some free ones on YouTube. But Paul McKenna, I Can Make You Confident, that's a really good one in order to sort of overcome some of this energy that we're seeing here. So what I'm seeing you go into the birth is a mindset, Queen of Wands, which has, that's how she transitions. So she starts off as this energy, learns her strength and power, faces fears head on, and she becomes this beautiful sort of source of light. So there is beautiful things to also come out of it, but we've got Venus energy overseeing this, Venus and Virgo. So it does sort of talk about perhaps like creating like a written plan or a structure. Let me just ask for timing around this beautiful bulb. So we still have a little bit more time. We've got a 7 of Cups with this. So this is Venus and Scorpio. So definitely have a look if there's any hidden or trapped emotions that are still needing to be purged. Let me just ask if we can speed this along. Yeah. So we've got a 9 of Cups. So we definitely can change the energy of like, if there's anything sort of below the surface, and I'm talking subconscious mind stuff as well. Oh, thank you, Lorianne, you're gorgeous. So yeah, hopefully that helps. That's sort of more what they're showing. They're not giving a definitive time because cups, as we know, tend to represent months. And yeah, it doesn't feel like you're going to be sitting waiting for months, even though it feels like it when you're pregnant. So hopefully that helps, gorgeous. And yeah, don't be afraid to leave me a message down here too. If you can't find the meditations, but it will be on the meditation playlist on my channel. Okay, let me just see. Oh, thank you for putting this comment up. So amazing. Thank you, Sol. Yes, fear is playing a part. I appreciate this so much. You can also reach out to me on Facebook as well. If we're friends on there, then I'll see a message come into Messenger. But always, you have to be connected as friends for it to be shown for some reason. So yeah, definitely work with that. And Paul McKenna, I Can Make You Confident, and it will be an amazing transformation. Otherwise, acupuncture is really good for induction, going to reproductive acupuncture. I've had one baby fully turn within 20 minutes after she was breech, and it felt like an alien turning inside me. So I hope that helps. Okay, so next question, we have Adele. Thank you, Adele. So I was wondering if there are any messages or guidance for me at the moment. Let me just see. They want the Star Tarot deck for you. And isn't it gorgeous? You can just feel the energy of all of us gathered here together. It just feels so beautiful. And just feels so much love emanating. It's interesting. Spirit is showing me with you, Adele. I don't often get clairgustance, which is a psychic sense of smell. But with you, I'm smelling, and I feel like this is connected, like possibly even with someone who's passed, or even like spirit guides or angels, because sometimes those sort of realms will bring through smell really strong. So I'm smelling something that's got like an apple kind of like cinnamony, like fruit toast or French toast, sugary type smell to it. Please let me know if you know what this is, because it's just coming through really, really strong. Otherwise, you can meditate on this, but let's flip the cards and see what this is. So we've got a 7 of Pentacles for you, and a 9 of Pentacles, a Queen of Swords, 4 of Swords, and a 3 of Wands. I actually feel like this is perhaps around work. Oh my gosh, Amber, how synchronistic. I love that. Amber saying, it's funny. Just saying my sense of smell has heightened. How funny. Lorianne, so beautiful. Leanne, we love you, and your baby is going to be so blessed with you as a mummy. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh. So yeah, with Adele's question, we've got the 7 of Pentacles into the 9. So this is something that we've been putting investment into, and we're starting to see it pay off or come and have like attraction around it. We've got Queen of Swords. So this is you speaking about something that you love. We then also have the 4 of Swords. This is the card of healing. It's the card of meditation. And then we've got a 3 of Wands. So I feel like there's something that you've been working on. I just keep getting like entrepreneurial entrepreneurial energy or ideas come in with this as well. So let me know in the comments if that idea or entrepreneurial I guess, business idea hasn't dropped yet, or you've been holding back on working with it just for confidence and things, just let us know. Oh, Emma had the same thing, it looks like. So I had an apple cinnamon smell come through on the January new moon. Interesting. So yeah, with this, Adele, I do feel like this is you actually having a conversation with your higher self too, to even get ideas to drop in and to manifest. And let's just have a look for, yeah, this is something about like getting out of like limitation, getting out of like restrictive thinking. This is trying to get out of, I guess, where our thoughts more are kind of like the old story, just being on regurgitation in our mind, like where we're sort of like in kind of like this mind state where we're like not having growth. So the advice around this, we've got to delete 5 of Swords energy, which is a card of defeat. So the advice from Spirit is look at like where there's any kind of like defeating mindset or thought or limitation holding you back. The Hanged Man, this is Jupiter energy. This is expanding, breaking free from that kind of the word they're giving me is a symptom, which is really interesting. Okay, thank you guys for the new questions as well. And I will try and get to as many as I can. Okay, so next question. We have, oh, Tim, thank you. Oh, and I saw your other comment. You're so sweet. I love you too. And hopefully you're having an okay time at work and that you get some time off over the weekend. And we've got Nancy. Thank you for your question. Hi, Solreta. To my angels and Archangel Miguel, my question is, what can I expect coming towards me within the next 3 months ahead? Thank you. Okay. Oh, Paris, that's so good to hear. Hopefully, I think you're talking about business. That's fantastic. So happy for you. Okay, so looking into this one for Nancy. So there's going to be a few things around like speaking your truth, speaking things that are on your heart. The other thing that I'm also seeing is to take care around throat. And I don't just mean throat chakra. With this, I'm also sort of feeling a little bit of acidity within the body. Just remembering this is not health advice. This is just, I guess, putting forward the information that that comes up through the cards and through spirit. But definitely consult naturopath, doctor, whoever you see in regards to health. But what I'm sort of feeling is a little bit of almost like an ulcery type feel, just sort of in the mouth or in the throat. So ulcers usually form with stress. Sometimes it can be certain foods or like, high salt and different things that we can see a little bit of that happen within the mouth. But I'm just feeling that this is something around like heart coming into our throat area. So they're showing it's something to get out and to get up, or something to get off your chest that Spirit's encouraging you to speak about. So let's flip these cards over. And this is so interesting. We have the Judgment card come up in reverse. So you may have already, oh, I just saw that. So you have a bad cough right now. Oh, sweetheart. So there's many different things you can do. There's a Willita mouthwash called, I think it's Rathania or something of that sort of nature. But essentially it has essential oils that you rinse your mouth out with. Oh, thank you for the super chat. And for some reason, I just saw this appear on my channel. Through the week. It's a new feature that it must be with having a certain amount of subscribers. So thank you for that, Brian. So with this, we have the Judgment card in reverse. So this is definitely trying to let go of anything that you feel that your energy is kind of entangled with, that you need to speak. So it might not be that you necessarily need to get things, off your chest or to speak things to someone, but I do feel this is about you sort of letting go of things within you, because we have an 8 of disc. So this is Virgo and Sun energy. So it's to not sort of like reminisce over thoughts and things of that sort of nature. We have the Devil card in reverse. So I do see this about not letting someone have control over you. And sometimes this will just be our perception or our assumptions as well. So let's just get a couple of words of advice. Yeah, Knight of Wands. This is about breaking any old subconscious programs and things like that that we have around speaking our truth. So it might be that, great advice, Rainbow Sun. Yeah, mullein tea is amazing. It helps to break up any kind of mucus and things within the chest, and it's an expellerant. So it's not too bad tasting. It's good with honey as well. So yeah, hopefully that helps for you. Definitely like start speaking your truth is what we're seeing as well. And thank you for that, Lorianne. So let me just get to Brian's question. So thank you for your question and your super chat. You're my first super chat on this channel, so big thank you. So what are Amanda's current feelings regarding me? Let's have a look into that. And I'm just seeing what deck to go into. Okay, they want the right away. They want to go old school with this. Yeah, Paige, that's so true. Mullein works wonders for lungs and mucus. I've used it with my babies since they were maybe about 2 years old, I think. Really, really good for you, really strong. But yeah, the next 3 months for you is to speak your truth, and you'll be a different person on the other side of that. So let's look into Amanda's current feelings in regards to Brian. We've got 4 cards. So the first thing that I'm getting a ping around this, and it's around the right side of the brain, just over the eye. So there's thinking about future and things going on. There's sort of, I'm seeing like looking in a few different directions, but there's definitely like heavier thinking and things. Let's flip these cards and see what we've got. So this is interesting. We have that same card that we had for Nancy as well, the Knight of Wands. So there's definitely some things that she's trying to work out, some things that she's trying to let go of. In the past, it may have felt like that there was a lot to do with energy between the two of you. We've got a 10 of Wands. So this is Saturn and Sagittarius energy. This is also known as the card of oppression and the moon. So there's certain things that she may have not communicated or may have not brought to the surface. And sometimes with women, we tell stuff, but we maybe tell like the tip of the iceberg. So we do see Queen of Cups energy. So this is someone with a good heart. So this might be more reflecting how you're seeing her with Queen of Cups energy. So there is like a want and a desire and a need with this Knight of Wands energy to kind of like go all in or invest in this situation with her. Let me just see a little bit more around how she's feeling. So we've got the Hermit and the Chariot. So it's interesting. The Hermit is one to hibernate. This is one to kind of want to hide in the cave and everything. And oh, thank you, Adele. Adele saying, thank you. This does resonate. I've noticed that sweet smell today, and I was wondering where it was coming from. I do feel it's more in connection with your guides and angels. They're just asking for you to tune in. And it's incredible how they have that smell. So definitely they're there with you. So we see the Hermit and the Chariot. So this is someone who's more kind of like in two minds. I don't feel she knows 100% what she wants at the moment. Let me ask Spirit for some advice around this situation, because it's almost like wanting to retreat and sort of like be more at home, like a homebody type situation with the Hermit. And then we've got the Chariot wanting to get out. So it just feels a little bit unbalanced or a little bit kind of stressed at the moment. So the solution that we've got is it's a Saturn and Leo energy and a Page of Cups. This is just to watch for conflict, Brian. And I did put the video up on the Venus retrograde, so you might want to check that out, as well as have a look at your individual zodiac signs for you and Amanda. So Sun, Moon, Rising, especially your Venus sign. If you guys know, or if you know her Venus sign and your Venus sign, definitely watch those. But what we're seeing is just to be like really gentle around the situation. A Page of Cups is using like words of affirmations, showing actions and gestures towards that you care. And the Seven of Wands, this is more watching for conflict And this is the Mercury retrograde coming around the 14th. So just please like watch your words, because I do feel there's sort of like wanting things finalized, but it still feels like she's trying to work things out. So hopefully that helps. And I'll pop Adele's comment up. Thank you for confirming that. That smell was so strong. And even, I think it was Emma smelling it, and someone else as well. Amazing. Okay. And oh, Brian, if you do want to go deeper or further, please don't hesitate to reach out and book a one-on-one session. The Mystical Oracle one would be the way to go. And as things arise in the session, we can keep getting deeper and deeper. And especially because we can communicate face to face, I can definitely offer a lot more information. And sometimes on YouTube, there is, you know, a limit as to how deep I will go. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Okay, let's have a look and see what our next one is. And we've got Colvin, happy birthday. So question, is there any update from Spirit on our moving situation? We just did an energy clearing in our current house, and now the energy has shifted. Yay. Oh, that's so exciting. Well, I just saw Two of Cups. So you guys are onto it. You're doing everything you can as a team. And Spirit has dropped one for me. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Two of Cups. So it was definitely meant to come out, because I saw my deck separate and then I was shuffling it back in and it's jumped out again. So let's get some other cards to go with this for you. And we have the Hanged Man. There's something that we can't see just yet. So even though we're trying to push it along from the 3D level and we're trying to make things manifest faster, there's something better, I think, than what you guys, oh my gosh, King of Wands. Wow. Six of Cups. This is actually, there's a little bit of inner child self kind of like regulation stuff first. I feel like you guys have the potential to manifest something even better. Hey, Becca and Ken, thank you for joining us in Rainbow Sun. So yeah, this is amazing. So what might seem like it's taking a long time to manifest, we need to look at it from a different perspective, because it feels like that Spirit is actually trying to manifest something much better and much bigger. So with this card in particular, this is Sun and Scorpio. So the Sun's actually coming in to like highlight and illuminate, where are our wounds? Where is like our lack? Where is like our belief system around the house? So it could be things like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever. Or, you know, what if we don't attract like the kind of apartment that we want or the kind of house that we want? But yeah, definitely Rainbow Sun. You summarized it perfectly. So you guys are being prepared. And let me just have a look if there's anything else action-wise to take around this situation. Seven of Swords, just have a look if there's any sort of self-sabotage type things going on. You guys all hear me talk about, and I'm sure you too have, where I talk about sometimes our belief system is conflicting. So we'll be thinking, I want to manifest this amazing mansion. And then like we'll think about financially, I more probably should be doing a tiny house. And so it's almost like our manifestation gets cancelled. So have a look at like what underlying thoughts and things. This is Sun, Moon, and Aquarius. So definitely be working with the power of the eclipse as well, would be advice around this. So yeah, hope that helped you guys. And we have Emma. So why do our smoke alarms go off for no apparent reason? From the wee small hours. Let's have a look and see what's coming up. We used to have a lot of orb activity and spirit activity in my old house with the smoke alarms going off. So I want to just have a look from a neutral point of view in the cards, but that was my experience. And I know a lot of you other sensitives too have had similar. So we have a Six of Cups. So I do feel like this is perhaps getting visits. We've got an Ace of Pentacles. Something is literally trying to tell you from like another realm, I'm here. And it's particularly to get a message to you, Emma, because we've got a Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Tower and a Moon. So there could be something that we're not seeing or something that they're trying to get your attention around. What's interesting is the effect of an alarm. And it's interesting because we do have the Tower, which has a flaming inferno, although I don't necessarily feel like this is to do with, house fire type situation or anything like that. I feel like they're trying to draw your attention to something that you may have not seen, or something that's going on below the surface of something. So we've got these three cards, followed by the moon and the tower, or the tower, then the moon. So we know with the tower too that it's all around like what we're speaking. So with the Hebrew symbol a yin, using our words to create the sort of reality that we want. Let's see what the message from Spirit is around this. A Three of Wands, they want you to connect more. So they're trying to get you to come online to them and go offline to a lot of distraction and things that are happening. So, Emma's also saying, interesting, they are horrible piercing sound that makes my heart jump, especially from deep sleep. Yeah, and it's, our nervous system as well. It's so hard when we're like in fear that it's going to go off, even if it is the subconscious. So let's just have a look if there's anything we can do to, Ace of Swords, you need to communicate to them and just say, look, I don't actually want you waking me up in the middle of the night. I'm going to dedicate this time, this particular day, I'll sit and let's meditate, and you guys can bring me through the message that you need to bring through. And of course, you can always book a session if you want me to look into it a little bit deeper. So hopefully this helps. But it does seem Spirit trying to get a message through to you. Always do a clearing too, just to make sure that, there's nothing negative in the home. But I do feel this is actually Spirit trying to get you to quieten things down and to receive a message. So black salt, witch's salt, is one of the most highly protective things you guys can use. So some sprinkled over the front threshold of the house, and some sprinkled over all the other doorways. Oh, you just took the alarm down. Okay. Make sure you put it up though from when you need it. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so the next question, we have the gorgeous Jody B. So what can I look forward to in the next 2 months? Let's just go into the Star Tarot. Thank you for your question. Okay, I'm getting a song. It's that song, Bittersweet Symphony. I'm just listening to the lyrics that Spirit's singing. It's a bittersweet symphony in my life, or I'm just hearing parts of it. But then they're echoing into the other lyric of I can change, I can change, I can change. So I do feel there's something about like a symphony, and a symphony represents like all these energies working together. And I guess like, looking at it from a musical point of view, it's things that like flow and work in harmony together. And then I'm hearing the word I can change, I can change. So I think that they're, black salt. So definitely black salt for protection. Dragon's blood is also even more potent than sage. So that would be a really good one for protection. But Jody, let's flip these cards for you, gorgeous. So King of Cups, Knight of Wands, Prince of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. So there is a shift and change. This feels like it's going on around community and around friendship and around people that you're choosing to have around you. We've got chickens out there today. Can you guys see? Just with butter. So King of Cups, Knight of Wands. So again, it's this energy of, okay, what am I projecting to the world, and what's sort of like being mirrored back to me as well? So I do feel like that there is a change, but it's all coming from within with this. And then we've got a Prince of Wands, which is sort of like Phoenix rising from the ashes. This is you kind of like redesigning, or the next 2 months. Oh, is it the verb? Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Quadrupler. And Prince of Wands and Nine of Pentacles. So with this energy, this is about getting out and exploring, putting yourself in this like totally new kind of like reimagined Phoenix energy. So it's like, all right, if I am this person that has these beautiful connections or this kind of like life that I'm creating, where am I going out? What community am I getting around? What kind of vibe, people and tribe am I seeing in the physical? So I do feel over the next 2 months, this is to get out people, places, situations. I just saw spirit like literally highlight those words. So hopefully that helps for you. But yeah, I feel like this is more around community. They're giving me the word up leveling as well. So that's what I have for you, gorgeous. And we've got What a Lovely Day. What a cute name. So I would love a message from my guides, please. Let's have a look into where they would like us to go. So I'm going to work with my black and white deck. Okay, I'm actually hearing singing again, but it's a different kind of, this is like an ethereal choir coming in from higher realms. And I'm seeing what looks almost like light language and sort of like a beautiful kind of like flowy energy going around in a spiral around the heart, and then seeing sort of like a beautiful purple like seed heart, similar to what we mentioned in the Lemurian deck at the start, and then seeing that activate. So your guides are looking to activate and drop energy in through the crown chakra. So definitely being in a receptive flow state is what I'm seeing for your guides with them working with you. And the cards that we have for you are, we've got the Sun of Swords. So there's definitely this message wanting to come through. And Sun of Swords is, there's actually this shape in my favorite deck of the cards. And that's the energy we were saying before, like around that little, what was it in the seed card too? This was a crystal that we had to work with it. So I do feel that there's this energy of your guides wanting to bring a message, wanting to communicate. Oh, thank you, Rainbow Sun. That must be the lyric. Beautiful. And yeah, we've got a Five of Cups. So a Five of Cups, sometimes if we're looking at this in relation to a message from your guides, let me just find your question. Okay, so in regards to, I would love a message from my guides. What they're sort of showing is there's some kind of space or energy where they want you to let go and to release and stop telling a story around something that happened in the past. So with the Sun of Swords and the Five of Cups, which can be disappointment, which is sometimes where we dwell or we look into what we've lost. So like grief, and Three of Paige, I think I might have found yours and highlighted it. Thank you for your message. So yeah, Five of Cups, this is more to look at like, okay, what do we want? It's Two of Cups energy. What lights us up? And it is a cute little chicken, isn't it, Emma? And then we've got another baby chick on the card of the Fool. So with this, there is new pathways, new things opening up. We've got the Six of Disc, which is success. This is Taurus and Moon energy. And then we've got a Seven of Wands. So I do feel that they're preparing you for something new to come in. Let me just get an expander. We've got a Nine of Coins. This is definitely expansion around like your psychic gifts and abilities. This is expansion around community. This almost feels a little bit similar to the other message that we had around spirit communication and things. So I do feel that they're trying to get you to drop an old story and to chat to them more. There's more messages that they want to bring you is what I'm being shown. And they're just asking for a final card. We've got an Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is where we're trying to like fix something and we're looking in too many different directions. So I would say this is like a real come to like a quiet place, come to like whatever you can do to still your mind is the advice that that your guides have at the moment. So yeah, they do want to speak to you more clearly. If you want help with it, please reach out to me and you can book a session as well. Hey, Tyler, lovely to see you here. And let's just get another question. So Paige, and thank you for jumping on YouTube too. So first question, when is my husband coming back to US? Let's have a look around this. Okay, so the first thing that I'm being shown is a 4. And it's being underlined. And then I'm seeing 13. So this could represent perhaps the 13th day of the 4th month. Spirit doesn't always show me dates, but they're showing me that kind of highlighted. Let's flip these cards over. So we've got a Prince of Cups. He feels sort of like a little bit kind of up in the air at the moment. This is sort of like neither here nor there. So I do feel there's like, you guys trying to communicate, trying to like stay in touch as much as you can, but he's definitely missing you. So we've got a Seven of Cups. This just feels terrible to be, in separate parts. Yeah, so that was what I was being shown. Let me just see if there's anything else that we need to know around this situation. We've got a Nine of Cups and the Lovers were united. So it just feels like it's hard waiting, and it just feels really, really hard for you guys to, yeah, you're right. So you're so good. Yes, he's going through a lot. Yeah, he is. This is Venus and Scorpio energy. This is like really heavy, hard emotions to process. It's like where we're kind of like reliving things, and where we can sometimes be, we're having our old stories come up, or we're having fear, or we're having like where our nervous system's like running on a bit of fight or flight or panic. So communicate with him, remind him how much you love him, say words of affirmation to him too, because this would be, oh, okay, Venus is his planet. He's a Libra. Okay. And even looking into his Venus sign for this month, go and have a view on that. And even speaking to his Venus sign as well. So if you know like what that is, communicating it in that way. But yeah, just sending you lots of love. It looks like you guys will get through that. So that is lovely to see. And I'll just come into the next one. Okay, so we have the gorgeous Sylvia. Hi, Solreta, feeling a bit stuck. Any advice, please? Thanks. And thank you for your question. It's so lovely to see you here. All right, so the first one I just saw, my little shaman, he jumped back in the deck and I saw the Devil card. So I feel like it's almost like letting things, and I'll pull some other cards. I feel like there's things blocking you around like your confidence to connect. We had this come up for a few other people too. So let's see words of advice around this. So we've got a Nine of Wands. I do see you like overcoming or building a bridge over it. It's almost like, and they're clicking. I almost feel like this is like a hypnotic thing. It's like we're canceling out the distractions is what they're saying. Oh, and then it comes into the shaman again, Prince of Cups. So there's something that's trying to like highlight or distract or get your energy to focus on the stuckness, if that is a word. Hey, Curtis, lovely to see you here. And Gisela. Let me see. Okay, so we have the adjustment card too. So there's a lot happening like energy wise, frequency wise, and things at the moment. And we have the card of change. So you're being prepared for change, but I would say try and like get into a space where you can quieten and still everything. And I actually just clipped from the Mystical Oracle reading yesterday. That was the main advice for this Venus retrograde. So know that it will pass around the 7th of April. So you should be feeling unstuck coming out of that. The shadow period for Venus retrograde this time is around 41 days. So it is a little bit longer where we might still be feeling the tail end of it. But yeah, I do see you coming out of this. So this is the cards that we have, adjustment and change. But in the meantime, get like super still so that you can plug into your higher self. That's the advice that we have for you. So hopefully that helps to shift something. And let me see. Okay, so Lorianne, so question, are couples speaking more telepathically than using words? I hardly need to think or use my words, yet my husband answers my questions or helps me before asking. Well, that is a good superpower. Let's have a look and see what Spirit says for you. So I'm just grabbing. Oh, yeah, I'm so grateful that you caught the live. Thank you for your question too and participating in our gorgeous soul family chat. Okay, so Lorianne, let's have a look into what's going on with you and your beautiful husband. You two are so cute. Whenever you speak about him, it's always really lovely energy. So the part of my body that I'm feeling this in, this is around, I would say, this sort of area. of the back of my brain. This is more kind of like where we, in the old days, or like in the days of Mu and Lemuria, would have had more kind of, I think it's called a hornbeam type brain or consciousness. This is where we get messages and receive things holographically. So you guys are actually starting to like one up and start to get into higher states of consciousness, telepathy, other gifts and sensory things coming online. I'm also feeling in regards to animals and in regards to nature on your property too. So just being aware or conscious if you feel that there's messages coming from animals or messages coming from even trees and things are being shown. I just feel like you're starting to be like one of the first group of people that are getting these subtle senses switch on. So let's have a look. We've got Three of Cups, abundance, strength, and the Emperor. And I've got one more card, Nine of Swords. So you guys are able to switch off or cancel out anything that is stressing you, is the advice around this too. So a Nine of Swords is known as a card of cruelty. It's kind of Mercury energy. It's really kind of like overusing or just sort of doing things from the mind, whereas I feel you guys are actually living outside just the mind. So with this one, it's the card of abundance, but it's also a card of integrating the heart and your intuition, or your mind and your intuition together. So you guys are operating on a level of just I try to get the right word. It's like non-duality. You're operating outside of what is the norm. Even though we say that, it is normal to have these superpowers and gifts and things, I'm seeing that it's like this is another level outside of what we've had in the earth realm as well. So hopefully that helps. And let me just see. Yeah, just pop your questions in all caps, and I will try and get to as many as I can. Thank you for asking how it works. So yeah, everyone's just popping the questions in all caps. And let me see, we've got Nancy Ray. Hello, Solreta. What do I need to focus on for the next 3 months? And I will just get some cards. Okay, so let's flick these over. Eight of Cups, Mother of Swords, Mother of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. So it looks like over the next 3 months, you may have felt stuck a little bit previously as well. So Eight of Cups, this is where sometimes we feel that we're like held back, or that we're waiting for the penny to drop, or we're waiting for someone to do something, or we're waiting to not feel in a certain kind of like situation. Oh, hello, Anna Marie. Lovely to have you here too. So Mother of Swords, Mother of Pentacles. So definitely over the next 3 months, there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of like Mother of Pentacles is, doing things more sort of like in a physical way. But yeah, Mother of Swords is like taking the mask off. It's like, I don't actually want to like live from this old sort of like past state or past existence. This is who I'm now going to present to be to myself, to the earth, to my community. A 10 of disc too, or 10 of pentacles or coins, whatever you want to call it. For me, this is also sometimes like where you've learned something, like if we look at the flow of the cards and you're like, here, this is what I've learned or mastered from my situation. This is like my advice or how I can overcome other people with this kind of situation. So hopefully that helps. And you could definitely ask me in a session if you want to go like further in depth, and we can look at like all the individual different areas of life. And we have Becca. So question, do my guides have any messages for me? Let me have a look into that for you, gorgeous. And hello to Joe as well. So the first thing that I'm being shown is dolphin energy. So your guides are actually encouraging, and I'm not sure if it was you that I read for another time before where we've had dolphins come up, but these guys are like really, really loud. I'm just seeing like dolphin kind of chatter in the water, and I'm seeing them telepathically with these lines coming out, trying to connect with you. So I do feel that you're able to tune into the dolphin tribes is the words that I'm being shown. There's certain kind of like blueprints oh, there's certain kind of like geometries and things they're wanting to infuse into your blends and your products and your teas and things that you're making as well. And they're just showing it's like alchemization, potency. These are the words or the telepathic impressions that they're giving me. Let's flip these cards. So a 6 of cups, the 9 of swords, the Queen of swords, and the moon card. So with this, we've got a 6 of cups, which not only represents like, doing the inner child or sort of shadow work or like looking into that aspect of us. It is Sun and Scorpio. So it's like where we can no longer hide things, emotional. But it also, to me, is timeline jumping. And it represents multidimensional consciousness of where sometimes we'll have timelines merge. I feel that this is more about like consciousnesses connecting, that we're coming into a time of where we are going to communicate more with other levels of high intelligence and confidence as well. So with this, we have a 9 of swords. 9 of swords is like mental distraction. It's also what I sometimes call dark night of the soul energy. In this situation, I just feel like it's trying to like cancel out distraction. It is a little bit of Mercury and I think Mars energy from memory. So yeah, definitely calming things, getting connected more to like your strength. And then we've got Queen of Swords and the Moon. This is definitely work around your intuition. I think everyone's guides that we've looked into today has all been like working with like intuition, working with eliminating distraction, getting quiet. So for anyone working with guides, that seems to be sort of like the general theme or message at the moment. But I feel like this is about you actually having a particular frequency alignment with the dolphins. So this feels really, really special. Let me just get you another one. And we've got, what will Carlos think or feel when he sees Lewis hanging out with me in LA? Let's have a look. I just need to pop these back in and I'll see where we go with this one. Okay, this deck. Thank you for your question, Shana. Okay. So he might sort of try to put on a bit of a bold kind of face or energy. We've got the card of strength, but inwardly we've got an 8 of cups and we've got the hermit. So this is more someone who's going to keep the emotions suppressed. They're probably not going to tell you so much like how they feel. We've got a father of wands and the magician. So you might actually, oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. So, oh, and 555. Okay. So 555 in response or connection to relationship stuff. It's where we're letting go of things in order to let something better and more in alignment with who we are come into being. So it sounds like you may have already done that based on your question. But yeah, what we're sort of seeing is more that he might sort of like allude to everything being fine or him like living the best life. Yeah. Okay, so you had a falling out because of him, so you're not talking. Yeah, so it's him trying to be tough, him trying to like hold up the strength, but we see a lot more going on below the surface. Ah, Larianne, light language message. I was actually planning on doing that today. Maybe we should do like a special episode for that, I think. Let's see what other question I can get to. Okay, so Sarah T. Question, any messages from spirit to come through? Thank you, Sol. All right, let's have a look into the Star Tarot. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Awesome. The Queen of Wands. I think you should be doing this reading by the look of these two cards that have come out, and the Knight of Wands. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. And we also have the 2 of Swords. I'm hearing the word preparation as well coming through from spirit. Let me just pick some of my Syrian Star Tarot as well, or oracles. Ascension. So you're actually getting a tune up or a tone up like with your own gifts and things. You have such a beautiful sensitive energy, there's a lot of crystalline energy coming in with you too. So this is definitely something where you can like window into or like focus on. Oh, you're welcome. So yeah, this one, Wheel of Fortune, this is all like alignment energy. The Wheel of Fortune, too, for me, being Taurus and being connected with Venus, this is about you like opening and working your heart, being connected with intuition. And Queen of Wands, she in other decks will have a pine cone on here. So she's more kind of like a spiritual, like clairvoyant queen. And she radiates and sort of shines like the sun. So this makes sense also why Spirit's showing me you being the beautiful crystalline energy. And Knight of Wands, we're seeing this energy around like a story rewrite. They're giving me the word revamp. This is about you looking at like who you are in your community, to your circle of people. I actually feel like you're here to kind of light things up and to be more bold in this beautiful light. I actually feel like you're oracle energy yourself. And Two of Swords. So you have a chance to kind of like switch things. Yeah, Two of Swords is a card of peace. It's a card of like feeling into things blindfolded. It's like blind reading. So I actually feel like Spirit's trying to encourage you to work with developing your gifts. So let me know if you have a tarot deck or if you're into, crystals or any kind of like oracle type stuff. I just want to address this one first. So we have the card of Ascension, and this is out of my oracle deck that's available on my website, but we already exist on all levels. Keep moving forward towards energies and things that raise your vibration and take you higher. And I just want to pop this up. So thank you for your question. So Limonade, I think that's how I pronounce your name. So hi, I get an odd vibe off the AEST group. Are they in the right energies? Thank you. So I, years and years ago, actually used to be part of AEST and AEST Australia too, and also used to go and speak over there. And I totally pulled away when things did not feel within integrity, and I totally felt out of alignment with that. And yeah, just heard lots of stories and witnessed things, and especially around women. So I totally pulled away from the whole of all of that and got rid of a lot of my old stuff that was connected with that. So yeah, it sounds like your intuition is spot on for that. I'd like to be protective of our beautiful soul tribe here and just always say, please use the highest discernment. If something feels off, you need to trust that. And sometimes your curious mental mind will want you to go and explore things. And then you find out after the fact, oh, it is what my intuition said in the first place. So just be careful is my advice around that. And oh, you're so welcome. And let me see if I can get to another one. So Gisela. And I will have to stop pretty soon because I do have some things I have to get done by a certain time. So Gisela, any messages for me or my daughter to help get through this year? Thank you for your question. And hello to your gorgeous daughter. Oh, you're welcome. Limonade. Okay, Gisela. And it's so lovely to see beautiful, familiar faces. We have such a gorgeous community, so loving and supportive. Okay. And I think you're in Melbourne time zone too, from memory, Gisela. Okay. So we have the moon, we have the Four of Wands, the Sun, and the King of Wands. Oh, Ken, you're so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I do have many people that like to gift readings to people as presents and things. I love reading for people on their birthdays. It's such like a special thing. But yeah, with the moon and the wands. So Gisela, this could be things coming up to do with like relationships. And then, so I'm not sure if there's a relationship energy for you at the moment. But what we sort of see is things that were sort of like hidden or like kept a little bit quieter in the past. We're seeing like new things come to the surface. So sometimes we might sort of like keep things where we're not focusing as much or we're not sort of talking about, relationships. We're seeing something come out in connection possibly to a relationship, or whether there's going to be perhaps like more energy adding to the family. And we've got a King of Swords with this as well. So I do feel this is a chat that you two are having, or there's some kind of information around new relationships for you guys this year. So it seems like a transition or transformation. Four of Wands is also known as a card of completion too. And I just want to pop up Lorianne's beautiful healing light to Ken. And yeah, so these are the cards that I have for you, Gisela. And let me just get another one to see around this. We've got Daughter of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So I'm not sure how old your daughter is. That could probably help me sort of specifically tailor it a little bit like more pinpointed with this. Paige. So with the cards, so when you click the link on solreta.com where the cards are, it'll take you through to a third party that sends my cards out for me. So that'll calculate all your shipping. Thank you for your question. So yeah, it might be good just to have conversations with your daughter around relationships and things is what I'm seeing. They're highlighting that as sort of the more important thing rather than an overview of the year. And it could just be because like the overview would be, okay, so Raven, my daughter, is turning 12 this month. So I feel like that she's kind of like hyper aware of like, you know how some kids are just like natural born like empaths or sensitives, and they have these gifts to kind of see into what's happening with relationships, or they're like the counselor that the other kids come to. She feels like this sort of energy. I feel like this might be also talking to her about like relationships and connections and things too. Let me just get one more card for that. Yeah, we've got the Devil card come up. So it could just also be talking to her. I mean, she's at that sort of puberty age too, around, around the other kids. Oh, yeah, I do get that feeling a little bit around being on spectrum, but it also shows up. Sometimes spirit will highlight it to me as the gifts. So we see sometimes like with that, there's beautiful, amazing gifts that also happen. And yeah, Corbin, how cool is the daughter's name? I love that. So yeah, I just feel like have a chat with her about like things that are happening, and I guess making it age appropriate. But this makes sense why she's able to kind of like tune in or read or to feel things that perhaps others can't. So there might just be something that you need to clarify for her, whether it's like your relationship, with someone or someone potentially like coming in, or like her and like other kids at school. But yeah, just keep an eye out if you sort of like notice something in her dialogue or something that you sort of feel. I'm just seeing that. And thank you for your question too. Okay, so Paris, we have, what is my talent to focus on? All right, where do they want me to go? What deck? What's interesting, they're showing me someone who's sitting there, and I'm feeling someone who's listening. You have this deep capacity to like listen fully with your heart. And people that have this kind of like gift or ability, often they help people to be seen and like fully heard for the first time, even perhaps in their life. So you have a deep capacity for like heartfelt listening and sitting in absolute like stillness and presence. And then I'm feeling like there's a wisdom that comes up from this. So you have a natural ability to be able to sort of work with like counseling type energy is what we're seeing. Or you're homeschooling. Yeah. So if you are going out and about, and I think you're in Melbourne as well, there's definitely like homeschooling networks and things like that. I'm just seeing there is something about like communication. Yeah, you can always like ask me more in a one-on-one session if you want to get like super specific. And it could just be maybe birds and the bees time to talk as well. Could also be like what's coming up. But I feel that there's things going on in the background that she might be questioning sort of like subconsciously. So let me just get back to the other question. So Paris, so for your talent, there might be something around like insecurity or things like holding you back from really kind of moving forward on what you would love to do. You have such like a gift. So what we have with this, the Devil card, so this is like our fears come up. It's those, insecurities and things like that that we're, yeah. So with the questions, definitely like all caps, like the big letters. And oh, you're in Adelaide. Oh, yeah, I would love to read for you. That would be amazing. So I think we're on the same time zone. I think what we maybe talked about in another video. But yeah, Page of Pentacles and the Devil. So for you, my gorgeous Parasan, this is working with overcoming, like, if anything's kind of like holding you back or anything's sort of like making you doubt like what you're capable of. I feel like they're giving me the word. This is to put it to bed, put it to rest. So you have like, you're more than capable of being able to like work as a healer, is what I'm seeing with this. And I'm also seeing sort of like talk therapy and things of that sort of nature. So we have the Sun and the King of Swords with this too. So this is someone who actually, you can make a difference in the world, is what we're seeing with this energy. So that's coming up as one of your unique soul talents and gifts. And of course, we, in a third dimensional sense, can pick many different types of ways to express this, whether it's like using that beautiful capacity that you have to really deeply heal. And I'm just going to pop your comment up. So Paris is saying, I have been in the homeschooling community as well. Thank you for mentioning my talent ability. It's really strong. It's like, if we're talking Jedi level, it's like the force is strong with this one. So you can definitely apply that in the homeschooling. And how important would that be for beautiful kids to have someone who's really like heartfelt listening to them? And I've never sort of thought about that before, but it's like your heart's fully open like an ear listening. It sounds weird, but yeah. Oh, Lorianne, thank you. Isn't so phenomenal, multitasking online, doing readings and keeping up with the chat. I'm trying. I think it's also my Gemini rising and the Libra moon helps with my Leo sun to be able to do everything at once. And North Node with Mercury and my sun in the third house, all around communication and things. So I think it definitely helps. So let me just see. Maybe only got time for a few more. So Amina, will M break no contact in 2025? Let's see for you, beautiful. They're just getting me to flip these. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we have a Page of Wands, and as soon as I like feel into the energy of this feels really hard. So I just want to send you lots of love and support, because this feels almost heartbreaking, not being able to get communication across. I feel like there's so much that you want to say, that you want to get off your chest, that you want to repair things, because we've got Page of Wands. This is wanting to kind of reach out, wanting to like put your energy towards communication and contact. It's Leo energy as well, more you kind of taking the initiative, but it's met with Five of Swords, which is an energy of feeling defeated. So this might be like where your messages are perhaps like sitting unread or blocked, or you're not giving the deeper level of communication that you desire. So yeah, it's a defeating sort of energy. Then we've got a Four of Wands, which is around relationship. It's around partnership, around marriage. It's also, Anna Marie, that is amazing. So yeah, we've got the Four of Wands. It's Mars, it is Venus and Aries energy, which we're going through at the moment with this Venus retrograde too. So let me just see another card around this. So we're definitely getting a message for you to be strong. What I would say, the first message when I was shifting, or I shouldn't say shifting, when I was picking the cards, they gave me the word, it was more around like you shifting your self-concept. So let me just check in with the cards. If we shift self-concept to you more sort of standing in this Leo energy, being this brilliant kind of light, and being in a communication, in a dialogue with yourself around, I'm so magnetic. Of course, everyone, wants to chat, wants to have relationship with me. I'm so magnetic that all of my exes come back and want to talk to me. Let's pick a card to represent if you're sitting in that. And we have a 6 of Wands. So I would say if you are wanting to have more contact with the 6 of Wands, this is a card of victory and celebration. We're seeing more positive energy working with that kind of self-concept work and that kind of mindset. You'll see a lot of it with Neville Goddard, Law of Assumption, the Silver Mind. Is it Silver? The silver work, Jose Silva. So if you type in things like that, you're going to get more guidance around how to work with that. Also check out, there's a video on becoming magnetic that's on my YouTube channel as well. You'll see it with love potion colors, which look like this. So I hope that helps give you a little bit more peace of mind and a little bit more guidance. And let me just see. Oh, thank you, Gisela. I appreciate that. And yeah, please hit the subscribe button so you can be notified, not only videos like this, but also me putting up the individual zodiac readings, interviewing amazing guests, anything that's going to help get us a new mindset, get us like huge shifts and things. So I have time for one more question. Let me just see what we have. Okay. So I have a question from Michelle. Thank you for your question. So I'm trying to open my Kundalini. What more do I need to do for this to happen? I don't feel like anything's happening. The first word I'm hearing before I even pick cards, there's something around like feeling safe to open your Kundalini. I feel like this is stemming from past life stuff. And I feel like there was a lifetime of where it was not safe, or you were working with that sort of work and working using alchemy too. And then all of a sudden, I'm seeing like people being persecuted, shut down, and even like seeing like a finger kind of pointed at them. It's like where everything sort of became more taboo. So let's have a look into this. Okay, so the first one we have is the Devil. And then we have the card 2 of Swords. So this impact from this other reality that we're talking about, we're seeing that come in and impact this current reality. We then have an 8 of Pentacles and a 2 of Discs. You can shift this. And in fact, you're already shifting it, even just through talking about it. So I do want to recommend Jake that we have, who's part of the chat. Jake, if you want to like highlight your name again, if you're still here, I know it's getting later for you guys over there. Jake works with hypnotherapy. You could always do that, or I can even help in a session with me as well. So we work with helping to release past life stuff. We help to release any negative or hidden trapped emotion associated with different things in past life. So yeah, we have the gorgeous Jake here too. He does hypnotic regressions where you can actually release past life stuff. So either a session with him or myself could be good to help shift this. But we're seeing here some kind of like imprint that was quite chaotic that happened. And let me just see if there's anything else Spirit wants to show around this. They asked me to ask the question, can we release this lifetime? We've got the 5 of Discs. This is why you're feeling stuck. And in that lifetime, it was a life or death situation with having to shut it down. It was either shut that Kundalini down, shut down talking about it, teaching that work. So I don't just feel that it was around you utilizing it for yourself. I actually feel like you were practicing and teaching, which could be why you're also really drawn to it. I also feel like it's sitting somewhere in your chart. I would have a look into also where Scorpio energy is placed in your chart. And we've got the Tower card. So this is quite a huge past life cataclysm, I would say, around this particular topic, around like healing and moving forward from it. We've got the High Priestess. Look at this. You were definitely teaching this as part of like High Priestess type energy. So I do feel like there'll be an amazing outcome or resolution like with that. So I hope that helps to answer your question. And oh, cool. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of your beautiful comments. And sorry I couldn't get to all the questions today. I've definitely gone over time because I wanted to get to as many as I can. And for those that need more help and support, don't forget we have the online bundles, the potions. So we now have the bundle of 6 where you get all 6 together. And we will have coming up the new moon, which I haven't popped out just yet. It will be new moon in Aries. So this is going to be a beautiful one. There's also an eclipse energy that's coming in with the next one. This is the one that we had the other day. But yeah, when you buy a potion, you get a free invite to come and be part of our amazing manifestation group where we work with little exercises. We always do a meditation to shift things too. And don't forget, I have the playlist on my YouTube channel for meditations. So this is my free gift to you guys as well to help offer support for when you're going through hard times or you want to shift something. This is a resource that I have so that you can shift things. And if you're looking for that extra one-on-one support, the mystical oracle sessions are definitely the way to go to book a one-on-one reading. And I love you guys all so much. And Anna-Marie, it was so lovely to have you here. I've heard so much about you from Alison and about the EES magical treatments. I had a sleepover in one the other night. Oh, thank you, Emma. All right. Well, you guys take care. Have an amazing week. Remember to check out the Mystical Oracle reading for the week as well, because this week is absolutely huge. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be definitely interesting to explore that in a deeper session. All right. Love you guys. Have a beautiful week.